Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome along to episode 7 of the Road to Retirement series with Fabio Quagliarella. I'm going to make an apology straight off the bat here for some poor audio in the opening phase of this episode, but please do stick with it because there is some amazing signings coming up towards the end of the episode, ready for next season. Right guys, here we go. It is a home game here against Napoli. We've got obviously a couple of new players in the lineup in form of John and Thiago Silva. So let's hope that they can help bolster things at the back for us and hoping for a good result here. Scrappy, but we managed to get it away in the end. Thiago Silva there with his first attempt in a Sampdoria shirt. Oh, off the line. Feel that there's something shifting momentum wise there in the game and Napoli get themselves on the score sheet. Oh, left him on his arse there as he took that long range effort, Fabio. Oh, come on, ref, that's a foul. Go down. 1-0 there against Napoli. One. Can't believe it. Okay guys, so this next one up is an away game and we are facing off against Torino. No! Deflected straight into their path. Easy picking back post there. I do. Yes! Bit of a fortunate one there because we went to pull the trigger. Big gun shot from out a distance. Get snagged up in the defender. Drops nicely into our path and a nice shot there from Ekdal. Carried his. Oh my God. Brozovic there with an audacious effort edge of the box. Missed the tackle, Thiago Silva, and drifts one. That is a spectacular finish there. Got a ball. Can we finish it? Oh, it's dribbled in. We take it though. Back to 2-2, and we can chase this game once. Capriani getting himself on the beat, even if it was. Nice through ball from Fabio. Keeper does well to save it, but as this shot comes back in, the defender nearly, very nearly, stops it. Yes! Oh, it's paid off. The gamble paid off. We went to ultra attacking, few substitutes to try and get the win, and Gaston Ramirez, one of those substitutes, has just bagged us a goal. Great ball by Fabio. Great ball by Gabbiadini. Find Gaston Ramirez right on the penalty spot. Slots that one home. That's it, we've managed to get the victory. We've snatched a victory from the jaws of defeat here. Really good result against Torino, who were ahead of us in the league. Okay guys, so it's a home game this time around and we are facing off against Fiorentina. Keep an eye out for Frank Ribery because he is ripping it up in real life. Let's see how he does against us in this game. Good save there by Buffon as we get swarmed. How did he miss that? It was an open goal there. That was a stellar opportunity there for Gaston Ramirez to put us 1-0 up. Penalty ref. And he points to the spot. Rasmussen there, committing himself inside the box. Really can't do that, and we've got ourselves a penalty. Rigoni did go down easy, but to be fair, you shouldn't be going in with that kind of tackle inside the box. And there's only one man that can step up to take this opportunity. And I am terrible at penalties, honestly, absolutely terrible. That could have put us 1-0 up just ahead of half time. Lucky there for Andre Gray. Nice turn and shot, but it goes just wide of the post. I know. Well in. Fabulous tackle there against Ribery. Silva really making the difference in this game. What a ball. Can we finish it? Oh, what a tackle. What a recovery tackle there from the defender. Looks like Fiorentina have decided to camp in. Oh, Gabbiadini. Should be doing better from there, my son. A fantastic opportunity. This one ends in a 0-0 draw. We had a couple of opportunities in this game, but to be honest, we need to be creating a little bit more if we're going to go on to beat teams the way that we would like to. Okay guys, this next one up is against Inter Milan. Let's see if we can get a decent result, which we managed to get a draw against Inter, not too bad. We did go 1-0 up in the first minute from Jankto, followed up by their goal from Godin. Okay, so in this next match, we're at home against Hellas Verona. And it's another 1-1. Thiago Silva getting himself a goal there though. Okay, so next up we're facing off against Roma. We are away from home. They're playing in a 4-2-3-1 formation, and Alonso got sent off for them in the 37th minute, which I would imagine is what resulted in our goal there for Jankto. And we went on to win 3-2. Great result. Okay, so the next game up here is against Bologna. And we've gone down 3-2, unfortunately. Gabbiadini and Jankto getting on the score sheet for us, though. Okay, so the next game up here is an away game against Lecce. And we win 5-1. Quagliarella gets 2, Capriari, Jankto and Thiago Silva. Okay, so this next game up is a home one against Spal. And it's a 1-1 draw. Thiago Silva once again bagging himself a goal. Okay, so this next one up is an away game at Atalanta. And it's a 2-1 victory, Jankto getting both of those goals. Okay guys, so it's time for some gameplay action. We are away from home this time and we are facing off against Udinese. Oh, good save there from Buffon, but it was straight at him. Still had to save it though. Nice through ball, but the shot was realistically right at a really good goalkeeper. Great interception. Oof. Good block. Well done there, Jankto. Great overlap here from Muru. Can he find Quagliarella? He can. Quag looking for space, finds a man on the edge of the box. It's Jankto. Can he take a dip? He can. It's gone behind for a goal kick though, because it was a woeful effort. Well done by Quagliarella to hold that ball up. And Jankto's in. Can he finish it? No, the keeper makes himself big and prevents the goal. Doubling up here. Great bit of play. But we're penned in. Oh, good save by Buffon. Oh, Quagliarella quick on the turn. Gabbiadini! Oh, what a goal from the edge. That is a fantastic effort there from there. Quagliarella being dispossessed, but then Gabbiadini absolutely smashing that into the top corner. Real top bins effort, and that puts us in the lead. Now we've got to make a decision. Do we continue to go on the attack, or do we try to sit on this one? Come on. Get into him. Well done. Bill's there for a penalty by the sounds of it. Okay, so we've managed to get a result here, 1-0 against Udinese. Gabbiadini with the goal. Okay, so Morton Thorsby, €13 million offer from Bologna after we tried to delegate with them. So we've gained a few million euros there with the delegation, and I'm going to accept it because he's not going to get any game time, and we could do some damage with that money. Okay, so we've got a lot of tired legs out there at the moment. We've had to make quite a number of changes for this game, and it does mean that we've lost to Cagliari 2-1, but Quagliarella did get himself on the score sheet. Okay, so the games continue to stack up at the end of the season here. A big shake-up in the lineup, and it's got us a 3-1 victory. Gabbiadini, Capriari and Moroni all getting themselves on the score sheet there. Okay, and so the deal is done for Thorsby. 13 million euros will come into the club, 10 million of which will be allocated to us. Okay, so it's time for the derby. Sampdoria versus Genoa, and we've gone down 2-1 in this one. Gabbiadini, though, got himself a goal in the derby. Right, guys, here we go. It's one of the big ones. It's the old lady. We are playing against Juventus in this one. Good interception there by Colli. A great stop. Just in the right place at the right time. A great overlap here from Murray. Cuts back. Can he get a decent cross in? Oh, it's unlucky. Oh, we tried to roll the back heel in there, Caprari, but he can't quite pull it off. Get that out. Well done, Buffon. Keeping us in the game there. And that's it, half-time. We're going in 0-0. We haven't really had any chances to speak of, but we have managed to stop Juventus scoring 2. Oh. Well done, guys. Trying to find ourselves some space here. Quag on the rebound. He was never going to miss that opportunity to get one against his old club. The first shot was well saved, but the second one, they stood no chance. Nice through ball. Should have scored the first one really, but it was a tame effort. But there was no stopping that second one. Chesney down on the ground has got no reply for it. Okay, so Juve have been the better team up until this point, and we find ourselves 1-0 up, so hopefully we can hold on to it. To attack that space, they've left us open here with a lot of space to run into. Oh yes, and it's 2-0. We've exposed them as they've tried to push onto us. I think that's Capriari. It is. Slotted it past Chesney. And it's 2-0. We exploited their push on. They were trying to push us too far up the field. Counter-attack. Nice bit of attacking play. And Capriari there getting us the second goal of this game. And it's a 2-0 victory against Juventus. I think that just goes to show that a bit of solidity from times is what you really need. Okay, so this matchup is against Milan, and it's a 2-1 loss. Thiago Silva getting sent off against his former club, and that is realistically where this game was won and lost. Okay, so it's the last game of the season here against Brescia, and no Thiago Silva as he got sent off in the last game, but his replacement Murillo gets himself on the score sheet, as does Quagliarella, and that's it for this season. Another 2-0 victory here will cement our position in the league. Okay, so there it is, guys, the league table for this season. Juventus finished top of the league by 2 points over Inter Milan. We finished down in 9th position with 58 points, so clearly we have a lot of work to do in terms of being able to claw our way up the league standings. But as we know, we have a huge amount of players coming in for the start of next season, so that will rapidly change our outlook. In terms of goal scorers, Ronaldo topped the charts once more with 40 goals this season, followed up by Lukaku for Inter Milan with only 30 in comparison. So that just goes to show you how many goals that Ronaldo was bagging. On our side of the fence, Quagliarella was our top scorer with 14 goals. Right guys, so we're at the end of the season and it's time to really step on the gas now, really develop the team ready for the start of next season. We know that we've already got a huge quantity of players coming in, but there's still an opportunity for us to push things further, especially with the retirement side of things, which is what we're obviously trying to develop in this particular series. Now, the first player that I've got on my list is Frank Ribery, and as we can see, Frank is set to retire at the end of this season. But with the live editor, we can change that. So as you can see here, we've got the live editor available to us. Frank is set to retire, which we can see down in the left-hand side column here. So we'll just set that to no. And if we change his contract valid until point to 2020, which is the end of this season, it means that his contract will be expiring with the club, which technically it is. So if we then go on to apply those changes, we're back in the search here, and Frank Ribery is now available for us to sign, so we'll place him in the shortlist. Okay, so next up on this list of retiring players is Stefan Lichtsteiner, currently playing for FC Augsburg. He is going to retire at the end of the season, but we're once again going to change that in the live editor. Okay, so as you can see, Stefan is up here in the live editor. We'll set him to not retiring. He's already got his contract set for 2020 end, so we just apply that change and he will be available for us to make a signing. So that's part of the series here, basically. We're tempting players out of retirement. Quagliarella has been on the phone to these players and realised that they are coming up towards the end of their career. And now it's time to try to persuade them to come to sign for us. Okay, so next up on the list is Carlos Tevez, central attacking midfielder, now 36 years of age and playing for Boca Juniors, but has decided that he's ready to hang up his boots. Craig's been on the phone to him now, and it looks like we can convince him to stay on and join Sampdoria instead. So let's get him off the retiring list. Okay, so the next player that's available to us is one that hasn't played in Serie A, but then Hulk hasn't either. So we're not sticking entirely to that rule, but the bulk of the squad will be players that have previously played in Serie A. And I can't pass this player up, to be honest. I mean, who would not take the opportunity to sign Andreas Iniesta if you had the opportunity? Okay guys, so there's the live editor in full swing. He's now got his contract expiring in 1 month's time and he's no longer going to retire at the end of this season, so we'll shortlist him in the transfer hub. Okay guys, so we've now got these players into the transfer hub. First up is Frank Ribery. He's got 5-star skill moves and a 4-star weak foot. Unfortunately he is injury prone, but he does have the flair and technical dribbler attributes. Unfortunately, Frank's no longer got a game face, which is something that's come up on Twitter recently that he's himself not extremely happy with EA about. But nonetheless, let's get Frank on the books for next season. Okay, so next up on the list is Stefan Lichtsteiner, right back, centre back, right wing back, 36 years of age, clearly a little bit slower in these latter part of his career now, but I do think he will add another dimension to what we're doing with the squad for next season. Okay, so next up we have got Carlos Tevez, 36 years of age, can play as a cam or a striker, has the finesse shot, team player, long shot taker and outside of the foot shot traits. He's still an exceptionally decent player by the looks of his attributes, so we are going to try and sign this player into the squad. Okay guys, so the last player that we've got here that we're trying to tease out of retirement is Andreas Iniesta. Centre mid obviously, that can also play left midfield or in the cam position. Has a 4-star with a high attacking work rate and a medium defensive work rate. Okay, so straight off the bat Andreas is looking for a crucial squad role, which we're going to accept. Wants a 2-year contract, which will counter for 3. And now we're down to the financials, and it's quite a considerable amount more money than he was on out in Japan. But to be honest, I already realised that from the phone call that we had ahead of time. So Quagliarella already knew that we would have to put quite a bit of money on the table to tease him out of retirement. And we're just going to accept it because, to be quite frank, it is a huge talent that we will have at our disposal for next season. Okay, so I thought I'd have a quick rundown of the players that we've got on pre-contracts for next season. The first being Zlatan Ibrahimovic joining us from LA Galaxy. We've then got Hulk, who's currently at Atalanta. He's one of those players that isn't a player that played in Serie A, but he's a bit of a beast, and so we wanted to get him in the squad. Blaise Matuidi joining us from Juventus. Lavezzi's coming in from China. Daniel De Rossi is joining us from Boca Juniors. Frank Ribery, currently in Fiorentina, is making the switch to Sampdoria. Carles Tevez, on his way back from Boca Juniors alongside Daniel De Rossi. Perhaps they'll get on the same flight. Then we've got Stefan Lichtsteiner, who's currently playing for FC Augsburg. He will join us next season. And then lastly, we've got Andres Iniesta. The Spaniard has made the switch to Sampdoria too. Okay, so there's a couple of players that I'm still targeting bringing in for the start of next season or at the start of next season. The first one being Giorgio Chiellini. Used to play for Juventus, but in this particular career mode save, he's moved over to Barcelona. Fabio's been on the phone to him, and apparently he's not settling very well in Spain. So he could be a potential centre-back to bring into the squad for the start of next season, and that would be a massive signing. Okay, so the other player that has come to my attention is Alexandro from Juventus. For some reason, he hasn't signed a new contract with them, and he's only got a month left on that particular contract. So we could technically sign him on a pre-contract deal. Now, I know he's not quite in the same mould as the rest of the retiree players that we've already signed up, but this is a massive opportunity to have a player that will grow into a retiring sort of player within the squad. So as you can see, his stats are fantastic, and he is a speed dribbler on the CPU side of things. So I'm going to go ahead and try and sign up Sandro, ready for the start of next season. Right, okay, we're going to try and be a bit cheeky here. His current wage at Juventus is €125,000, but obviously he hasn't got a signature. He could potentially be a free agent in a moment. I'm going to try it at 100,000, which will be a wage drop for him, and offer him 200,000 as a signing bonus. Let's see if he will take the bait. And it's a fair offer apparently, so we have Alexandro going into next season as well. Right guys, that's it for this episode and the season. In Season 8 we will come in and we'll have all of this stable of players that we've just managed to sign up on pre-contract deals coming into the squad for the start of next season. And it's going to be an amazing one, guys. I cannot stress how this is going to change things. These players may be on the brink of retirement, but they have so much to offer. The likes of Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Daniele De Rossi, Frank Ribery, Hulk, Matuidi. The list goes on. We've just got some absolutely banging players coming in, and it is going to be epic. If you have enjoyed this episode and the series so far, don't forget to hit the like button and also subscribe to my channel for future FIFA 20 content.